Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Anthony's Horror and More, and today I want to show you guys my entire Arrow video collection. I've been wanting to make this video for a while now, but figured today's a perfect day. Let's go ahead and get into it. Got a lot of titles here. First, I'll just go ahead and show the regular releases, then I'll get into the box, the slipcovers, then the box sets and all that. So, first up, we got Reanimator. Herbert West is a mad scientist. This is a really good horror comedy, like dark comedy, lots of fun, and fantastic practical effects. And then we've got Tremors. This is one of my favorite creature features. You got Fred Ward and Kevin Bacon. Man, it's just so much fun. Yeah, Michael Gross is great in this movie as like the gun nut. He's got like every gun in the fucking world in his basement and shit. And he's just, when he breaks out his armory and he just starts going to town, him and Reba. Because Reba's in this movie too, his wife. They just start blasting away at these worms. It's so much fun. But yeah, this has great comedy as well. Once again, really solid practical effects, or like animatronic effects and puppetry. All that kind of stuff. And we got Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me, RoboCop. Gotta have this in the collection. Just this movie touches on so much. It's like, it's got a lot of commentary on things, but it's not heavy-handed in any way. It mixes horror, sci-fi, action, drama, everything so well. Dark comedy. You got blood galore, and lots of amazing practical effects in this as well. I mean, really, that's the thing you're gonna notice. A common thread with me is I love animatronics, puppet work, practical effects, blood squibs, all that kind of stuff, So these classic, like, 70s, 80s movies that used a lot of those practical effects are just some of my favorites, before we started getting into, like, overusing CGI and stuff. Although I do like you can use a blend of CGI and practical, but yeah, this looks so good. Blood squibs galore. Paul Verhoeven does not disappoint. People are just getting blown away, blood spraying all over the place. All right. We got Alice, Sweet Alice. Fun little slasher film. I really enjoy this one. It's got like a lot of different elements to it. Got some kids in here, and I feel like they do a good job acting wise and stuff, because it's always hit or miss with kids. You never know how it's going to be. Kind of a slow burn mystery film, but when you get to the bottom of it and you figure out what's going on, it's pretty creepy, weird ending. What Have You Done to Solange? I have not seen this yet, but I will get around to watching it eventually. I look forward to it. I've heard good things. We got The Stuff, The Right Stuff. Yeah, this movie was a blast. I had a lot of fun with this. Another like horror comedy, kind of like touching on real life stuff like consumerism and things like that, so it's got the commentary stuff in there, but it's played off as like a satire kind of a film, and I really enjoyed it, and the way the stuff kills people and everything, it reminds me of the Blob remake from the 80s. I prefer the Blob remake to this, but definitely check it out if you haven't seen it, because it's an interesting one for sure. All right, then we got Creepshow 2. Creepshow 2 is, man, I think, I don't know, it's probably just as good as the first one, honestly. I mean, you only have 3 segments in this as opposed to the 5 that you get in the original Creepshow, but I think they all hold up very well. My favorite would be the killer tarp basically that's in the lake, you know, consuming people or whatever. The Raft, that's the name of the segment, The Raft. That's my favorite segment, but they're all good, you know. Thanks for the ride, lady. I love that one. That's a great story. And then of course you got the wooden Indian that comes to life and starts murder balling people. All right, and that's it for those basic releases. Then I guess we'll go ahead and I'll just go ahead and show this one. I've got this one steel book that's kind of just solo on its own of An American Werewolf in London. Excellent werewolf movie, one of the best transformation scenes you'll see. I still really enjoy The Howling, though. I think The Howling's great as well. And Dog Soldiers. But this movie just blends kind of like the horror, the comedy, romance, even into one. I'll be honest, my favorite parts of this movie, though, I love the first act and the third act, and it's kind of the middle portion that it's still great, don't get me wrong, but the romantic stuff and all that, it's okay. I probably could have lived without it. Maybe it could have went a different way, but the first and third acts, man, so good. So much fun and carnage galore. I love the look of the werewolf. I actually have a NECA, ultimate NECA of that. Yeah, let's see. All right, we got some slips. Shout out to my girlfriend Allie. Thank you, baby, for getting me this. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And then, of course, as soon as she got me this, you know, Scream Factory had to announce that 4K. You knew it was coming. But I'm of course gonna hold on to this. I mean, look at the special features galore. It's insane, and it looks great. And I love that slipcover. On the inside, you have the classic poster art. I am going to pick up the steelbook from Scream Factory just because I enjoy steelbooks, but this slipcover art will never be beat. So good. And one of my favorite comedies of all time, we got Mallrats, directed by Kevin Smith, back when he was still making good movies. we need fat Kevin Smith back again. We need it, guys. You know, because back in this, you know, this film, Dogma, Clerks 2, Chasing Amy, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, even Red State when he got into horror. I mean, so many great films. It's a shame that I don't know what happened, man. I don't know. You know, he went to LA and I think he just kind of turned into a whiny bitch. But I still love all of his old stuff, and I love those evenings with Kevin Smith and all that kind of stuff that he did. So great. I got all those on DVD. Then we got Pitch Black. Awesome movie, a lot of fun. You know, sci-fi, action, horror. And I really enjoy this entire trilogy, actually. And they're all unique in their own way, which is fun. But the inside, you got the same artwork, but blue. Let me see, did I flip this? I think I did, yep. And then on the inside of Mallrats, you got like the comic book style cover, which is really cool. I like that a lot. All right, and then we've got Weird Science. Two nerdy kids make this hot-ass chick the woman of their dreams a reality. It's awesome. And then you got the poster art right there. Arrow just kills it, man. I love this company. Their slipcovers like just feel like they feel sturdy and like you know what I mean. There's something about it, like the way this feels, the slip. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's so sturdy. Kind of reminds me of like Vinegar Syndrome, how their slips are. You know, really good cardboard, thick stock cardboard material. You know. 16 Candles. I actually just watched this for the first time fairly recently, and of course it was awesome, you know. John Hughes just never misses, so whether it's his directing or writing or both. So, great little romantic comedy here. And then, oh, okay, I guess I don't know if that has artwork on the... Oh yeah, of course it does. I don't know why I never flipped it. Oh yeah, I remember this poster art. We gotta do a little flips-a-daisy here. Gotta have both artworks. Otherwise, what's the point, you know? Alright. There we go. Boom. So funny. What's that guy's name? Long Dick Chow or some shit like that? Long Dick Dong or something like that? I forgot what the guy's name is, but it's funny as fuck. I'll tell you what, though. This slipcover is like a fucking... There we go. Some of these are so tight. Alright. Then we got Running Out of Time. This was a blind buy. It's actually 2 movies in one. I watched the first movie and thought it was okay. Just okay. Probably a one and done. I still need to watch the second one. But, there's the original art. And I think it has a different name. Running Out of Time 2. Oh, okay, I guess it's the same name. But yeah, it was just okay. It was a really weird tone to the first movie. You know, it's like a thriller, comedy, action, kind of. But the action's terrible. I think it's kind of supposed to be terrible, though. I don't know. Not really my kind of humor, but it was okay. Some of it was funny. The captain in that movie is really funny. All right, and then we got some box sets, and these are more the flimsy box sets, but... you got Psycho. You know, like if you try to do the Pops knock on these, it ain't cutting it. So they're not hard boxes. They're just kind of thin cardboard. But I do like the artwork on it. And I already own the first Psycho on 4K. So I really didn't need the first one. So I just went ahead and got the smaller set, which has 2, 3, and 4. I do like the artwork on these. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, great artwork. I did watch Psycho 2 on 4K. And these are 4K, even though it says Blu-ray on there or whatever. They are the Ultra HD. Right there. Ultra HD. I'll be honest, I didn't notice much of a difference between this and the Scream Factory edition. So I think if you have the Scream Factory Blu-ray, you're probably fine. But if you want to go ahead and upgrade it to 4K, go for it. Maybe there's better audio or something. Yeah, it says Dolby Audio, so maybe the audio's better. But as far as the look of it, the picture and everything, I think the Scream Factory Blu-ray is just fine. All right, and now we have the Arrow Video box set. Love this. This is also the baby version. It's not like the super thick hardbox one. But I actually like this just because I can fit it, you know, in my, you know, cabinet a lot easier. It doesn't take up as much space. But you get 5 films. You get Robot Jacks. Arena. Love the artwork on all these. See, the artwork's so fucking sick. Cellar Dweller. Shout out to all the artists out there, man. Doing great work. We got, what is this? The Dungeon Master. And Dolls, one of my favorites. Yep. I love the 2 elderly caretaker people just lurking ominously in the background there in the shadows. So cool. So you got that. Another soft box set, but it works. Alright. And then we got Giallo Essentials. The yellow box edition, which I think this is cool. That's more of a harder box. Right there. And you get 3 films. What Have They Done to Your Daughters? Motorcycle killer there with a cleaver. You got Strip Nude for Your Killer. And Torso. Awesome set. I got this from Hamilton Books for like dirt cheap. That's a good spot to go look for cheap movies. Hamilton Books, check them out. They got a lot of good deals on there. All right, now we can get to the hard box sets. Let's go ahead and start with Hellraiser. This has 1 through 4. Yeah, there we go. I'm a big fan of 1 and 2. I thought 3 was... I thought the practical effects and the blood and the gore and all that stuff was great in 3. But the story itself was pretty like not great, you know. It's not great at all, and some of the acting was pretty iffy too. But if you're just watching it for the kills and Doug Bradley, of course, it's still not a bad watch. And then 4, I just thought was pretty boring. But I'll go back and rewatch it. I do hear people say good things about 4, so maybe I was just tired when I watched it the first time. Sometimes you got to go back and revisit things. There's the inside there. So sick. I feel like this accurately represents Hellraiser 2. Or, Hellraiser as a franchise. And then you got this really thick book here. Really thick book. Look at this thing. So, yeah, that's Hellraiser. And then we've got Arnold Schwarzenegger as Conan the Barbarian. Check out those muscles. Snototuma. And there you go. I can't remember if this... I think it's just the poster art on this. I don't think it had reversible. No, it just has like an inside image, but it's not reversible artwork. But it's still a nice looking release, of course. You get the poster and you get the booklet and all that stuff. And now we can do the Pops Knock. Shout out to Pops Movie Dungeon, of course. And we got Conan the Destroyer. Sequel, and same thing, artwork's the same. And you get your poster and your booklets, and then we've got Candyman, don't dare say his name 5 times or I'll come for you. There we go. That's funny, I didn't even realize that it said that. It says, dare you say his name 5 times. I didn't even realize it said that on the back. I was just thinking it to myself. Candyman, man. One of my... I think this is an excellent horror film. Tony Todd does a great job. Ooh, we gotta reverse this artwork. Damn, I'm slipping. Slipping on this. Hold on now. Gotta have that classic eyeball artwork there, that poster art. But yeah, this is one of the best like horror mystery films. I love that it's just got this deep-rooted history, and it's very suspenseful and intriguing the entire time you're watching it. I'm just never bored because it is methodically paced and everything. There's not like a ton of kills or anything in it, but I just love the story so much. I find it very entertaining, and like I said, it's more like suspenseful. It's like building up to the final act and everything, and when Tony Todd is finally revealed, it's like, whoa, man, that voice is so booming. All right, True Romance. Man, this movie, I'll tell you. Talk about films that you probably most definitely could not do today. This is one of them. This is definitely one of them. Yeah. Just the conversation that Christopher Walken has with Dennis Hopper in his trailer is like, nope, couldn't do that today. But yeah. Awesome movie. This does have a steelbook right here on the inside. Beautiful artwork on there. And this is just a fantastic romantic thriller, I would say. And the cast, you got Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer, Gary Oldman, Brad Pitt, Christopher Walken, and of course your two leads are Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette, who are, man, the chemistry is off the charts with those two in here. So, but yeah, definitely check out True Romance if you've never seen it before. And we've got RoboCop yet again. I went ahead and got the Hardbox edition. I got the Steelbook first, which I went ahead and put into this Hardbox because I didn't realize that there was a Hardbox or anything, and it's RoboCop. I would have double dipped anyway, because I love this Steelbook art. I think the artwork on this looks fucking phenomenal. And the Hardbox, same thing. It looks fantastic, so you just can't go wrong. So I just went ahead and combined them. All right. There we go. Alrighty. Tremors 2 Aftershocks. I always forget that, it actually has, another name, Tremors 2 : Aftershocks or whatever. I always just think of it as Tremors 2, but, yeah, this movie, once again, I'm not going to say it's not better than the first one, but I think it's just a slight step below, but really still very entertaining. And you get Michael Gross yet again with all of his guns and everything. And I love that the Mexican army provides him with anything that he wants. So he just goes hog wild. He gets this big ass truck. He gets grenades, explosives, heavy artillery, machine guns, just a bunch of automatic weapons, handguns, everything, just everything that you could want. He went ahead and went nuts and got it. And of course those MREs, I think they're called, those, the food or whatever that lasts forever, that the military uses. You got all your special features, and Fred Ward does come back for this movie. You don't get Kevin Bacon, but Fred Ward's great. And, I don't know. I think all the characters are so much fun in this movie. I really do. I think they all bounce off of each other very well. There's good, dialogue, and it has a good pace too. It's always going, nice fast pace. So, yeah, check out Tremors 2 Aftershocks. Harrison Ford, Witness. Can I get a witness? And there's nothing on the back, which I think is kind of weird. I mean, I guess they do that. I guess the Conan releases are like that as well. Yeah. But, no. Witness. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, so I'm really, I remember it being awesome, but it's just been a while. So I went ahead and picked this up. This is just the Blu-ray release, not the 4K. There is a 4K as well, but this is all I could find. This is what was at my local Barnes & Noble. If you're ever looking for Arrow video stuff, especially when the 50% off sale comes around, go check out your local Barnes & Noble, because they probably have this. Mine has an Arrow section and a Criterion section, so when those 50% off sales come, I go nuts. All right. Deep Red by Dario Argento. Really enjoyed this movie. Good little giallo, Italian mystery, murder mystery, thriller kind of movie, slasher. But, yeah, I dug it. I dug it a lot. Let's see. There we go. That artwork is killer. There we go. I think I prefer, though, because I haven't watched a ton of Italian cinema or giallos or anything, but from what I have seen, I would still put Phenomena and Tenebrae above this for me personally. But I'll need to rewatch them all and see, because I know a lot of people hold this to very like high regard. It's like right up there for giallo films. But yeah, for me, I think I'd still put Phenomena and Tenebrae above it, just because I feel like those stories are more interesting, especially Phenomena. I think that movie is, because it's got a lot of different elements going to it. It's got a weird sci-fi kind of elements, and then you got the mystery and, great kills as well. Plus, Jennifer Connelly in that movie is amazing. So, yeah. All right. The Hills Have Eyes, the Wes Craven edition. Beautiful colors on this. The orange, yellow, black. Looks so good. Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm gonna have to rewatch this again. By the way, this is a 4K, but really, once again, I didn't notice much of a difference. I mean, I don't know if because this 4K has a ton of grain. And I like grain, don't get me wrong, but it is like a lot of grain. And maybe that's just because of the way it was filmed. Obviously, this is from the 70s, so, take it for what it is. I just don't know if this is like a huge improvement over the Blu-ray. But, I'm just saying that this is very grainy and, so I don't know. But, I do enjoy the movie. I still think I might like the remake better, if I'm being honest. But to be fair, you do get to know these hill people, like more. You get more background on them than you do in the remake. So I don't know. I'll have to go back and revisit this because, I'm a huge Wes Craven fan. So I'll have to go back and check this out again and see if I still prefer it. Maybe watch this and the remake back to back and see, because the remake I did watch fairly recently, and there was some dumb shit in that movie. Like, I forgot some of the dumb stuff that was in it. Like the one hill person chasing after the kid, and he's running and then shooting at the same time, so he's not really aiming. It's like, dude, he's like 10 feet behind you. Just stop, point, and aim. But instead they go through this whole elaborate thing and just to like blow him up, and I'm like, you just went through all this crazy Home Alone shit to blow this one guy up or whatever, and you could have just shot him. It's so there is some dumb shit in the remake. And then last but certainly not least, we have Donnie Darko. Sci-fi, horror, great soundtrack. Man, the soundtrack to this is banging. It's so good. And you get two different cuts. You got the theatrical cut and the director's cut. And there was a problem with one of these. I think it was the theatrical cut, where you had to get a replacement disc. So I did do that, and mine was weird. It had that like kind of shuddery type effect where it was like kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it did have that problem, so I got the replacement disc. But there you go, Jake Gyllenhaal. There you go. So cool disc artwork too. Yep. What are you doing in that funny bunny suit? What are you doing in that funny human suit? Oh man. Or does he say, what are you doing in that funny rabbit suit? What are you doing in that funny rabbit suit? What are you doing in that funny human suit? Yeah, this movie has so much good dialogue in it, and once again, I don't know, it's just, there's something about it, it's just so creepy and kind of like unsettling a lot of times, and part of that is because I think the soundtrack does a lot for the film, and then you got Jake Gyllenhaal's performance. He's just kind of awkward in the movie, but he's also very smart, And then of course Patrick Swayze. Oh my God, it's so crazy to me that he actually played that type of a role, you know. But I love that he did because he nailed it. And of course, you got Maggie Gyllenhaal in this as well. And yeah, I just feel like everybody in this does such a solid job acting wise, and the visual effects to me still hold up. Yeah, so yeah, really check out Donnie Darko if you get a chance. It's really good. And that's it. Yeah, that's the entire haul right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I look forward to getting more Arrow video stuff as it goes on sale. They're one of my favorite boutique labels. So yeah. But yep, this is Anthony's Horror and More. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below. Let me know, some of your favorite Arrow titles, Arrow releases, any movies that you might be looking forward to them releasing, things that you would want them to do a new 4K transfer or Blu-ray transfer to, any older movies that they could do, let me know in the comments down below. But this is Anthony's Horror and More, and I'll catch you on the next time. Peace out.